right, we're live. Woohoo! All right, this is great. I think we've got Bill coming on here in a second. Okay, we're just going to wait here for a second while we get Bill on the line. Let me make sure that my microphone is up and everything is looking good here. We'll get it rolling for you. Questions and answers, we're going to have that on here as well. And let's make sure that just a little bit there. All right. So while we're waiting here, I'm just going to tell you that my name is Wayne and we are with Dungeon Crate. We're just having a little Google Hangout tonight. And so we're recording this so you guys can watch us over. We're going to answer some questions from that we've received in our Facebook groups, as well as some different questions from the live audience. Hopefully we get some people watching. Otherwise, hopefully we'll be able to answer some of yours. If not, feel free to leave some questions in the comments section below that maybe we didn't answer this time, and then we'll go ahead and answer those. And then in upcoming live broadcast, what we're going to do is try and bring in some of our vendors so that you guys get a chance to meet those people, find out what they're all about, and see other things that they might be offering that we could have in our crate as well. So right now we're going to try and get a hold of Bill here. Let me grab a link for him. Put it in here. Bill, join us. And we are going to do that. And not sure why it wasn't working before. We had another event set up, but it just didn't work. It's our first one. It's tough. Let me get some links here. Links are that page. Here we go. We'll throw that up here on Twitter as well, just to make sure we cover all our bases here. Hold on here. Dungeon Crate. That up there, and maybe get some responses back here from Twitter. Oh, that's a view link. All right, let's get him popped in here. Let's look at the links. Video embed page. Oh, I sent him a deal. Let's try this. See if we can get Bill in here. So yeah, it's been busy here, and we're supposed to get snow in Omaha. We're out of Omaha, Nebraska. It is Sunday, 31st of January. So at this point, we have been, looks like he's come in. Bill's here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, we are live. It seems like it's working, man.
Sweet. Good.
It's working. The only thing I don't know about right now is how we're able to do the Q&A.
Yeah.
That's my only problem. I don't know. I really don't know if there's like a, if they've got what they got here. And I might lag a little bit here because I got a lot happening. It looks like it's trying to start another one. No, I do not.
Well, it looks like we've got a Q&A section over here, and people can ask questions, and then we just answer them.
It does appear that way, although I think when I was on with Chris Haskins on for Nord Games, it was one of those deals where it kind of had it on the YouTube channel where they can scroll it up live, and I'm not sure what they're doing there as far as that goes. I don't see that. So with that, I think we'll just We can answer questions from our Facebook site. So if you guys want to ask questions right on there, I'll just put this in here now.
Well, just use the Q&A section here. There's a Q&A button on the side here on the left, and then you can see where the questions are. You see that? The fourth button now?
I do. My problem is that those get fed to us from somewhere.
Yeah, right where they're viewing it.
Well, that's where I want to find out where they're viewing it so I can see it. And it's not on the YouTube channel, so we'll figure this out.
On the event, if you click on it, I can see it right now.
All right.
Dungeon Crate Roundtable event. And then, yeah, say something.
Q&A.
And if you click on Q&A, you can ask questions.
Oh, yeah.
It's all there. It's all there.
Is it? All right, I can't see it.
It's pretty
I can't see where I can ask a question. That's the only thing.
Yeah, this is our first time doing this, everyone. So
yeah, so
So.
Oh boy, there's all sorts of stuff going on there. All right, I'll just leave that off here.
Yeah. So people can ask us questions if they want to. It's all good.
Right. Well, if you can see it, Bill, then go ahead and we'll do that.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if people ask questions. All right, you want to get the show on the road?
Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. What's our first topic for today?
All right, our first topic is that launch was great. So launch went better than we thought it would. And honestly, since we're the first people trying something like this, it was nice to kind of see that it was something that people valued and people were interested in. So it was really great to have a successful launch, and a lot of people gave us a lot of great feedback on Facebook and Twitter and through our email subscribers. We had a lot of great emails there. We've gone through and tried to answer every question. We've tried to respond and come up with answers for any questions that people may have had. And we really value everyone's feedback. That's an important thing to us. We're really trying to make this the best it can be. And we're gamers ourselves, so we really want this to be an excellent subscription box for everybody. So all we need is just your continued feedback that you guys have been giving us, and we'll do our best to respond to that and work hard to bring you a great crate. So
that's right.
Yeah, so we got together for the launch on the 13th, right? It was January 13th.
That's
right. We got together at my house. I put the Chromecast on the big screen TV, and we just kind of watched launch go, and it was really exciting to kind of see the subscriptions come in and know that all of our hard work in getting this prepared was going to work out, and that we could pursue this and work hard to create something great. So now we're just hard at work getting everything together for our first crate. Pretty awesome.
That's really exciting about right now too, is that we're starting to get in a lot of great stuff from our vendors, so we get to place the orders. I guess first off, what I'd also like to say is thanks to everybody for the initial support. It was a fantastic launch, like Bill said. I mean, thanks to the annual subscribers, thumbs up. Thanks to all those that are just trying us out, just trying to see what we're gonna do. But yeah, we're getting all sorts of great stuff.
Yeah,
and that's pretty cool.
It is really cool. We're getting stuff from all over the place. We've got vendors from as close as Omaha, Nebraska, and as far away as the United Kingdom. So it's really great to see a great variety of items and a diverse lineup of vendors. So we're going to have all sorts of different things, everything from maps to miniatures, adventures, coins, dice. We've got some exclusive items that you're going to find in our crates. In fact, even our first crate, I'm not going to give anything away too crazy other than there is going to be an item in there that will be only available in the dungeon crate and nowhere else. So
That's right. We're kind of all about the dungeon crate exclusive items, I think, which is fun because I mean, and we do have some makers. We've got some. We have vendors, but some of our vendors are handcrafters too. So they're working hard right now. Night Watch Games is working really hard, putting on a bunch of stuff for us as far as making a few things. We talked about we're capping this month our first box at 500 subscribers, which is fantastic, just because we were expecting 200 in the first month, and we are almost at 400 right now.
Yeah.
We're just kind of limited on the amount of boxes that we were able to get within that time frame, because we had to go out and make sure that our that we can get our box design. We had to design the box just like in a couple of weeks. In order to get it here in time for the first shipment, we were only able to get a certain amount of boxes delivered. So we're capping it at 5. We've got some extra coming in, so that we've got, I mean, we want to offer overstock boxes, so if you want to try it out, you can order on our online store once we get that up. But yeah, so
and
nice.
Just so subscribers know, you're gonna get a better value getting it through the subscription than you are afterward.
Oh, yeah.
We're able to secure some really excellent deals on these items for the subscriptions, but anyone who tries to get a crate, and they're going to be very limited because we only have a certain number of these, and then we have a certain number that we're using for promotional purposes. So anything overstock is going to be, once it's gone, it's gone. So
Right.
and those are not going to be the same price as subscribers pay, because subscribers get a great deal. If you want a crate afterwards, you're going to pay a little more. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, and that, again, that there's a limited amount of those, so it's one of those things where if you want to collect them all, say you started the second or third month, you still might have a chance to get the other crates as well. And some of these we are tying together, which is what we would really love to do. I think when it comes down to the adventures, some of the adventures are going to be able to tie together. You can start collecting things that we're adding in there from the same vendor. They will have multiple items that you can collect, and by the end of the 12 boxes on your annual, you should have the whole thing. We're working on some other things like that. Theme boxes, we're also thinking of some great themed boxes. Now, if you guys have some ideas for a themed box, then make sure you let us know, because we're always up for taking your suggestions.
Yeah, we've
Only the good ones, though.
yeah, we've gotten some really great ideas from some of our vendors as well, and some excitement from some of them on particular themes for the boxes. I know that there's a few vendors that have some specific items in their catalog that they're really looking forward to creating a specific adventure or a specific miniature that will tie into a storyline within our crates. And that's the really cool thing about these crates is we're going to have some that have those adventures that kind of go from crate to crate to crate and create a longer storyline. And then we're also going to have miniatures that go along with the storyline in the crates. So that way when you're playing whether it's D&D, Pathfinder, we're going to try and make these generic adventures that you can tie into whatever game system that you want to play. And then those are all going to utilize the contents of the crate. One thing that I'm really looking forward to and that we're planning on doing is with our Dungeon Club, the Dungeon Crate Dungeon Club at our Dungeon Crate headquarters in Omaha,
Yes.
Nebraska, which that's one exciting thing we're going to talk about a little bit later is our new headquarters. We've got a new office. And we're going to actually play games and broadcast, do videos of us using all the contents of the Dungeon Crate in our games, just so that you guys can kind of see exactly how you can use these items in your own games and how useful they can be.
Right. And so, and we'll when we post those are going to be after you get the crate. So if we ship them, say, the week of the 8th, for instance, we will wait to post the first Dungeon Club session, at least a couple of weeks after, make sure everybody's got their box. But what we're trying to do is kind of showcase, here's the module that you got. So on one hand, you might want to screen that. If we're not going to actually video or play the entire adventure.
No.
We're going to give some clips of it, so that way we don't give away anything that's in the adventure, and then we'll also be able to showcase some of the items, and here's what we did with it, and here's what you can do with it, and whatnot.
Right.
So
we might actually do some videos where we do a complete playthrough of an adventure, but it won't be specific things, adventures from the crate maybe. If we're going to do anything adventure-wise from the crates, it's going to just be portions of that, so that way we don't give everything away. And
right.
Then
I
your
don't think
adventure or whatever adventure that we got from this company doesn't think, hey, we're giving away their stuff for free.
well, no, that I don't think that would happen. I think more or less it would be, we don't want to spoil anything for the DMs that are actually going to use this.
Oh yeah, that too.
But the other thing is
That
too
too.
is that we want to make sure that we we'll be able to play those games, and the videos that we do on that will have kind of a little Q&A with the players that we have. So some of the players that we have in Dungeon Club, we'll be able to ask, hey, what you think of this? What'd you think of this? And they'll be able to give the reactions and kind of give a review right there. And plus, we'd like to hear from everybody out there what your thoughts were on these things and what you would like to see more of. But I think it's be great. It's going to give us a great excuse to play, you know, and then use those toys.
Anybody out there making fun videos about our crates or including items from our crates, we're going to definitely do some contests in the near future where you could win some prizes just by doing some videos on our crates or the crate content. So that'll be really great. And we really want to include the online community as much as possible, as well as, the local community. We're trying to do everything we can to include, like, the small business owner, someone who's a crafter and can keep up with our quantities. There are already a few artisans that we're including in our crates that some of our vendors are just, people who have a dream and have a talent to create something that would be great for the dungeon crate, and we've got them in there. So there's a
hey Bill.
Yeah.
Bill, check your camera. It seems to be off. We're just getting the DC logo right there when you're talking.
Really?
Yeah, and I can't see you now either, so I don't know what you've done.
I see myself, so I don't know. Can't see. I see me and I see you, so.
Okay. Well, click on. I'm just seeing you, and when we're looking at our YouTube, so our YouTubers right now are going to be seeing just the DC logo when Bill's talking for some reason. I'm not sure why it's not pulling you up. You might want to check that, because even when you're talking now, it's a blank screen to me. I can't see you.
Oh,
what have you done, Bill?
I don't know. I haven't done anything. I haven't pushed any buttons or anything. Oh well. If they can't see me for this one, that's fine. We'll just
look up on the thing and make sure that your camera's on.
I'm looking at myself and it's showing me on camera right now. So
really, that's weird.
Yeah. Every time I'm talking, I see myself. So I don't know.
Well, it was doing that for me for a while, but it's not now. So there we go. There, you're back.
Am I
now
back?
I see.
All right. Yeah. My laptop. Yeah. Not exactly the newest thing in the world. That's on the list. Going to the laptop. So
yeah. Oh, so we are. We're getting excited. We've got a lot of snow coming here. We're out of Omaha, Nebraska, for those of you wondering, and so we've got a lot of snow coming. The week before our packing party, we're going to be having our Dungeoneers come in to our HQ and on Saturday, and we're going to start putting everything together. So
yeah, this upcoming Saturday, we're going to have our dungeoneers come in, and we're going to pack the first crate, get it all together, and get
Hmm.
ready to ship out. We're going to ship it on the 8th of February, and you guys should have it by Valentine's Day. So that's pretty exciting.
That would be very cool.
First crate on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
For all the lovers out there.
That's our gift to you for Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah,
How much we love you.
because we do.
It's true.
All right. So
Cool.
this is. I don't know if this is actually going back and forth or not now. I don't know what's happening on
I
this.
think it is. I see it
Uh,
back and forth for me, so I don't know. This is the first time we're doing this, so
yeah, I know. I'm
I'll-
wondering why it's not going back and forth for me now. And I don't think it's doing that on the YouTube channel as well. So we'll have to bear with us while we work
whatever.
out all the kinks in this.
We'll check it out and see if we got an A or if we got a D or an F.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna keep doing them anyway. So
Yeah, we'll get the hang of this. Whatever. It's fun. Yeah, so launch was awesome. We really are excited to have everybody on board. We're working our butts off to make this awesome. And like I said, we're gamers. We're hunting down, and actually a lot of vendors are coming to us, which is really awesome. And some of them we can work with. Some, it doesn't work out, but we try to fit everybody in that we can and who can kind of make things work. We're really, one of the things that we're really focused on is making sure that we have an excellent value in these crates. Um, and we're sitting down and building these, and mapping these out and planning these crates, so that way we can make sure we maximize the value of all of our subscribers. We want everybody to open these crates up, and we just want the wow factor to be there. We want everybody to have an excellent experience with the dungeon crate, and we want to make sure that everybody's really excited when they get it on their doorstep and open it up, and every item in there is just going to be like, yes, I can use this in this game. Yes, I can use this in this game. That's kind of what we're going for. And I think that, I mean, just looking at the stuff that we've got at the office on our shelves right now, because we've got most of our vendor items in for the first crate, and the rest of the items should be here like tomorrow or Tuesday. So everything just looks awesome, and just looking at what we've got in store for the first crate is really exciting. I'm really excited because we can't really tell you what's going to be in it.
yeah,
Because it's top secret. But once you see it, and once people start posting, oh, this is what I got in this crate, hopefully you will all be just as excited as we are, because it's going to be awesome.
yeah, and it's like Christmas every day for us right now. So oh boy, it's really
Big time.
right. So Christmas every day, and it's fun. We've got some really great, well, a cool looking box. We've got the Excelsior type of packing in there. We're getting all the items put in there, and it's going to be a pretty hefty box this time. We're actually adding a little bit, kind of a few lagniappes there, you might say, little extras on the very first debut box. Every box is still going to be, loaded, $50-$60 value, easy.
That's what we're going for in every crate, is between a $50 and $60 value. So that way everyone gets their money's worth. And we're actually going to have a inventory list on every crate, just so that way our subscribers know exactly what they should be getting. And God forbid if we forget something in your crate, which we're going to have a quality control person stamp each box with a completed stamp, and double check everything before we send it out to make sure that you're getting everything. But that way you have a list, and if there's anything on there that isn't in your crate, you can let us know, because we want to make sure that every time we send out a crate, everything's accurate, everything's there, and that we pack it to the best of our ability. That's why we're using the packing methods we are, and we're making sure that we're only using the best materials to get the items to you.
Well, as good as we can, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, we're not we're not going overboard, but I'd like to think that our crates are quality, our packing materials are quality, and that everything is going to make it there, and you're going to be very happy with it.
yep. And for those of you that got in on our when we first launched, we had, and I just want to address this because this was kind of my fault when I set up the CrateJoy site. We do use CrateJoy for our subscription platform. There was t-shirts only up to extra large.
Yeah.
My fault on that. So here's the deal. We went back in and started a new project. We have a list of people that sent us emails that said, hey, I need a larger one. We realized that we needed a lot more selections, and that just but just to let you know, we're not having t-shirts in every box. In fact, the first box will not have a t-shirt, but we will be offering those in the future. So we did need to get that information right off the bat when you subscribe, so that works. So that issue we got taken care of pretty quickly. Another issue was international, and we're going to talk about this here in a bit, but I guess right now is a good time to address it. Officially, we will be launching Dungeon Crate International. It will have founding member slots. It'll be just like almost like a new subscription box option. So this will be strictly for outside the US sales, and we're just working out the best way to do the shipping, because it is pricey to ship overseas. We have a lot of people from Australia. We've gotten people from South Korea, Finland, Germany, yeah, France, Spain, a lot of Canadian, and again, a lot of Australian, Japan. We've got some things all over the world. We want to find out what the best way is to address this, whether we need to curate a new box that's got similar products, but maybe a smaller, or has just an easier way of shipping. So we're working on that, guys. So as soon as we do that, like I said, we're going to do another launch. We've got, if you are interested in international shipping, send us an email to dungeoncrateinfo@gmail.com or info@dungeoncrate.com. You can go to our website and do that. We'll put you on our special list right now to add you to our email list for the new launch. And again, we're going to have founding member slots for those as well. So stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, right now, we can only do the US. Let us get this first box out of the way so that we can kind of make sure that we've got a system down for providing you with this. And the third topic on our launch, what did we have? Shirts, international shipping. What else, Bill, did we have from the launch that people were asking us?
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I wanted to reiterate on that, the last topic you were talking about, the whole international shipping thing, and we've received a ton of emails on that. I really wanted to just say to everybody, we want to do this right, and we want to make sure that everybody who gets a Dungeon Crate has a really great experience. And we could have tried to do international shipping right off the bat, but we wanted to make sure that we were doing it right, so that way when we actually did launch international, we weren't going to have anyone disappointed. We want to make sure that we start with, the USA, get those done, and then once we go to international, it'll be
Right.
It'll be something where we're not making anybody disappointed. We're actually delivering on that to the best of our ability. Because we don't want to be EA Games. No, I'm just kidding.
No, Bill,
I love EA Games.
Bill,
I love them. They're great. They make awesome games. But they had that whole Batman debacle. Hey, man, I've spent so much money on EA Games. I don't want some guys can be like, they're bad mouthing us. No, I would not.
We have got, let's look here. Oh, I'm going to kill that page. That's weird. Wait. All right. So it looks like Night Watch Games, one of our vendors, just sent in a message. We are sending our part of the Dungeon Crate to Night 500 of their exclusive Dungeon
Crate item.
Yes,
awesome.
yes.
Thank you, Night Watch Games. You got
thumbs up. We're hoping to have, like I said, our vendors on here at some point. So we'll
Yeah.
have these guys from Night Watch on. That will be fun to see their process, talk to them about what they do. I mean, as we get bigger and bigger, hey, it might be hard for people to keep up. So we're going to work out some things like that. Maybe we can even start a dungeon crate handmade or something like that, where we only offer a certain amount per month. I don't know. We have some ideas in the works.
Limited thing, because Dungeon Crate itself, we're sitting at almost 400 subscribers, and as that grows, it's going to be harder and harder for a lot of these handmade item, these vendors to keep up. So we might do a special crate every now and then with handmade items. But for right now, as long as these vendors can keep up and can provide these items and do a good job on them and create them in those quantities, we'll keep having the handmade items in there. And I love that. I mean, being able to have vendors that have handcrafted items in the crates, that's amazing. It's a really cool thing, and especially for everybody who's getting in on Dungeon Crate early, because if this continues on the same trajectory we're on right now, things could get pretty big pretty quick. So,
Yeah, that's totally right. And as a crafter, Bill and I both craft, and it's funny. Bill and I, if you guys don't know, have a lot in common. Well, we both live in Omaha.
mhm,
We're both drummers
that's true.
and gamers and podcasters. Bill has a podcast called the Star Wars Bounty Hunters Collectors Podcast. So if you're into Star Wars, that's the one you should be listening to. If you're into Star Wars collecting toys, he knows almost everything about Star Wars collectible toys.
I know
Eh,
quite a bit, but
yeah, except for the Boba Fett that actually launches. But he'll just have to trust me on that one.
the room.
Yeah. And we do the D&D 5e podcast as well as Worlds of Wayne and all sorts of other ones. So yeah, you can find us all over the place. So we appreciate the crafters, and we certainly want to be part of that world. We're already in it. Bill, you do a lot of painting of because you played like the tabletop war games, right?
Oh yeah, I've been a avid tabletop gamer for years since I was in high school. I would play Warhammer, which is a fantasy-based rank and file tabletop game, and then Warhammer 40K. Later on, I got into games like War Machine and Hordes, and most recently, since the demise of 8th edition Fantasy, I've been a huge fan of Mantic Games' Kings of War. I'm a really big fan of rank and flank style fantasy wargaming, and in fact, we're going to be at Adepticon this year, and I will be playing and Wayne and I will be playing in the Kings of War team tournament together at Adepticon.
Yes, I'm gonna try. Well, actually, Bill is training me right now
Yeah,
to
we're gonna
to do
go on
Kings of
game
War.
it.
So
It's gonna be
yeah,
great.
we'll see.
And
He's
then
trained me in other tabletop games, so I think I'm in good hands.
yeah, I'm all right. But I'm gonna play in the Clash of Kings as well. And then that's one thing to talk about is we're going to be going to plenty of conventions this year to promote Dungeon Crate and also to just come out and play games with you guys. We're going to be at Adepticon. We're going to be at Gen Con. We're going to be at Comic-Con in Omaha, Nebraska, which is a comic convention in our hometown, which is pretty great. And they just started that last year was their first year, and we're going to actually have a vendor table at Comic-Con. Matthew Fujan and Rebecca, I can't remember her last name, but they run that, and they're really great people. Then I think we're working on Planet Comic-Con, Wizard World, which is in Des Moines. We're going to do Kansas City Comic-Con, and there's a couple other ones, but we're definitely hit those up. In fact, Stan Lee's going to be at Planet Comic-Con this year. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we've got to keep up on all that stuff because it's all part of the job, right? All the gaming, all the conventions. Yeah. We got another question. It says, how many subscribers were you guys predicting when opening the Dungeon Crate project? Yeah, like you mentioned before, we thought we were going to get 200. We were hoping for 200. the entire month of January. For our first box, 200 would have been great. We were very excited about that. And then when we hit on, I think we had 200 by the time we left your house that night. So in about 3 hours, we had 200. And so yeah, we had no idea. And then we had to scramble because we realized that we had set the enrollment for the middle of the month. Now here's the thing for all you guys. So enrollment, they'll batch each month. So here's how they do this. Enrollment started, on the 13th, which means on the 15th of the next month, they're going to rebuild automatically. So if you're signed up for a 1-month deal, we're going to try and remind you to go in if you do not want another month to cancel. Otherwise, it will automatically renew. So we realized that we were going to try and do a month, and then, like a Kickstarter, they go through, and then there's a certain amount of time you have to wait before you get it. Well, that didn't happen with us because we wanted to get out of crate before they rebuild, which means we had then about I don't even think we're cutting off the subscriptions are going to batch on the 5th.
Yeah.
For the next month. So that's the deal. So we have until the 5th the week of the 5th to get everything packed and shipped. And so that's the deal. So you're going to get one after the 5th, so the week of the 8th, so the next week.
Right.
You're going to get your crate pretty quickly here.
Yeah,
because
we're going to mail them on the 8th, and they'll be there before Valentine's Day. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's. So, yeah. But yeah, it kind of sped up our process, but being that we had those great vendor relationships and the fact that we already had our office, which was really excellent to get our home base and our headquarters put together. Now we have a loading dock. We've got, all of the office materials we need. We've got shelving. We've got boxes. We've got, all of the tiny items like little baggies, adhesive, just all the little things. We've got it all in place, so it's not going to be super difficult other than just, putting the elbow grease into it and getting this done. So we're in a good place. We have all the items together, all the vendors ready to go, and our projections for our boxes down the line. We're working on our 6-month projected boxes right now, and things are looking great. It's excellent. Really great to see this all come together.
Yeah. All right, so looks like we have got
new person here.
Yeah, Christopher Haskins from Nord Games.
Yeah.
Hi guys. It's going great. It's going really great. We're actually just winding down the last 99 minutes of our Kickstarter. But Wayne, when you said that you were doing your hangout at 8:30, I didn't even realize the time difference. I was like, oh, that's when we're doing our hangout.
Yeah.
It's like it's 7:21 right now, my time, and so I didn't even compute to me. So anyway, sorry about that. But then I saw you were doing it, I was like, wait a minute, I should jump in on this. So cool, I'm here. What's been discussed?
Yeah, well,
we're done. Sorry, no.
Okay, never mind.
We went over a bunch of, just at the start, and I think we've talked about this before. So Chris is one of the guys that from Nord Games. I got a hold of him through, looking at Frog God Games, and so you're providing us with some material in each box, and you've kind of been a really big supporter from the very beginning, which is great. I've kind of participated in your Google Hangouts as well, and we totally appreciate all the work you guys are doing to help us out. And it's fantastic. So why don't you tell everybody what you do, Chris?
Oh, shameless plug. So for anybody who wants to take a look at what we're doing, we have a Kickstarter ending right now. We have 98 minutes to go now. We've raised almost $60,000 for a book of what we call Ultimate NPCs Skullduggery. Just go to Kickstarter, type in Skullduggery or Ultimate NPCs, and it'll show up. Nord Games is a designer and publisher of board games, card games, RPG accessories, and we're just gamers making games for other gamers, basically. And we're really excited about all the stuff that we're making, and we are providing for Dungeon Crate many different things. In this first one, are we actually talking about what we're putting in it, or is this supposed to be a surprise?
We're making it a surprise on this one.
Okay.
So don't forget to know.
Okay, so in this first one, we have some stuff in there, just so you know. And in the second one, we'll probably have some stuff in there. And the third one, we'll probably have some stuff in there. So we're really excited about Dungeon Crate. It was sort of almost by accident that Wayne ended up emailing, and it came to me. I do the marketing for Frog God Games, and I reached out to him to sort of see what I could do, help support Dungeon Crate. And then it just sort of ballooned from there, and was like, well, we could give you stuff. I mean, it's... and what we're doing is going to be some exclusive content for Dungeon Crate, and I can't tell you what that exclusive content is, but it's going to be really cool.
Not yet, but yeah, you will be able to.
Yeah, so definitely an excellent idea. It was so funny because when you contacted me, I was like, I was thinking about doing that at some point in time, but obviously I have no time to do that. But I'm glad somebody is, because that's a great idea. So anyway,
well, and you've given us some great ideas as well for things
like doing Google Hangouts.
Yeah, right, exactly. This was inspired. Although we're doing a terrible job at it, I think. I don't know. Things are just kind of
We're
going
not that bad, Wayne. Come on.
I don't know. I can't find it doesn't have on the YouTube page. Like when I did your Google Hangout, there was a scrolling chat room, or they could do. I don't know how to do that. I can't figure it out. So
I'm looking at it right now. I don't see it either. So I wonder if people could make comments.
Yeah, we've had some questions, so that's cool.
How are you getting the questions?
Yeah, the questions, I think.
Questions right now.
Yeah, I think it came out with the Google Plus. I think if you're on Google Plus and you go to there, you can ask questions via Google Plus. But when I went on yours, on the YouTube channel itself, it had a little scrolling thing. I don't know how to set that up. That would be great, because we do want to take questions from our viewers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I launched mine through YouTube, so that's how I do it.
Oh,
maybe if you launched it, maybe if you launched it through Google Plus, it's a little bit different. But I just put a comment in the comment section right now, so I guess people could use the comment section below the video, which would be down in this area here, not in that area.
Oh, there. Yes. Well, should I enable
Stage down.
If I enable live streaming, it's just kind of like, I don't know.
No, that's what we're doing right now. So
Yeah,
anyway.
Oh, well, there we go.
Yes.
I see it live now, and now that should work. Maybe I just had to enable it, and that it worked. So, well, we'll see how it goes. So hopefully people can figure that out. Figure it out, people.
Hopefully.
Help me out here.
Hopefully.
Help us out.
So what kind of questions are you getting so far? Just most people want to know what's in the crate, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. What have you read, Bill?
Well, we just got another comment that they saw Arc Knight at PAX South and said it was awesome, that they had a great product, and we agree, because we have those in our hands right now, whatever their product might be that's in our crate. But all I have to say is that I'm really blown away with what Arc Knight has provided for the crates. And they're one of our many vendors. We'll have them on here eventually for a Google Hangout. Just, I mean, there's a really great wealth of content that's going into these crates. Some of our vendors, just to kind of give people a list of possibilities, we've got Monster Dance Designs. They're RPG glassware, so they're going to have like different glassware.
We can't tell you again.
I know it's so hard to
so
talk
vague
about everything just because I can't give it away, So it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't say it. But just the way that ties into our crate, it has a nice touch to it that I really enjoy. And then Chessex, obviously, you know what we're gonna have from Chessex. Arc Knight Studios, they've got all sorts of different things, from maps to miniatures to different, a lot of artistic, great stuff that you guys will enjoy. Mantic Games, I mean, I had to go and talk to Ronnie Renton and Joe Neat from Mantic Games as soon as we were starting this project up, because I'm actually a Mantic Pathfinder myself. I run a Kings of War game night at our local game shop in Omaha, Nebraska, and I'm just a huge fan of their games, and they're doing all sorts of really great stuff right now. They've got Kings of War, they've got Dreadball, they've got their Warpath, and games like they're actually just got the IP for The Walking Dead, and they're making a Walking Dead tabletop game. So that is
Dude.
amazing because you're going to be able to play as Rick Grimes and Carl and all these characters from the game on your tabletop with miniatures and play The Walking Dead and get eaten by zombies.
Nice, nice.
So that's going to be huge, and they also have Dungeon Saga, which is their RPG, and they're going to have a lot of really great items that are Dungeon Saga related that will eventually be in our crates. So I can't give anything away though. Broken Egg Games, they are awesome. They have a lot of really cool stuff on their website. If you go over to Broken Egg Games and just look at all of the cool tokens and terrain and stuff that they have to offer, advanced deployment. They also make really awesome tokens and stuff. Great gaming accessories. Nord Games. I don't know anything about them. Who are they?
Who are they? I don't remember.
They were next on my list, but
But yeah, well, Chris, you're going to be sending us from Nord Games a couple of different things. So that we got kind of almost a well, hopefully what we're sending in the first crate, we're going to be able to have, in other crates as well. But from here on out, we're going to be doing some other types of, and we could say this, there's going to be some adventure and material from you guys. So
Okay, so we can say the words adventure modules.
well, yes, yeah.
Okay.
That is something that we won't tell them exactly which adventure, but there are going to be adventure modules that we offer digitally as well as in the crate.
there might be a zombie in one of the adventures.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There might be a bad guy in one of the adventures. That's what we can tell you.
Now, don't make a liar out of me.
Yeah. No.
You can't put a zombie in any of the adventures because there was going to be one. So
we have a ton of adventures planned for this, and the first one's already outlined, and it's on its way to production pretty soon. They're full color. They're a great little adventure. It'll probably we're trying to design them so that they're 1 to 3 sessions for you guys. We don't think we want to go more than 3 just because we don't want to make it some epic, but we do want to make it to where you guys are getting good use out of them. And they are going to be, like I said, exclusive for a Dungeon Crate. So keep that in mind.
Awesome.
that's sweet.
Yeah, because part of what we want to do is, again, and we told them earlier, Chris, I was going to mention that I do a Dungeon Club, which is, and if people were asking about Dungeon Club before, here's what that means. Dungeon Club, what I've done is create a game. I'd always had these people ask me, I want to play games, I want to play D&D, I want to play D&D, but I don't have a lot of time, or I haven't played for years, I want to get back into it. So I did Dungeon Club as a kind of a one-off session group. So I just put out the invites. If whoever wants to make it can make it. I do all pre-generated characters. It's a 4-hour session. I break out all the terrain, and we have a, what did I call it? Like a VIP, most valuable, MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, MVP.
MVP for that. We have a prize that everybody votes on. So, and it was cool because you don't have to worry about a campaign. You can just play the one-off session, and then if you don't make it to the next one, no big deal. But what we're going to do now is, now that we've got our office, we've got a great gaming table, and now we have all the cool stuff. So we're going to be able to film a little bit of it and do some interviews with the players that are there. We're going to use the product. So we'll, after they get their crate, we're going to run games with this adventure, and then we're going to run. We have a couple of different digital ones as well. So we'll have a lot of adventure material. And we want to run these games, and we want to play test them. We want to use the products. We want to use the physical products that people are giving us. We want to kind of use it in game and show you how to do it. So, Nord Games, your adventures are going to be featured in that.
Market research.
Yeah. Well, and one of the things about those adventures is that they will be plug and play, if you want to use that term,
Yeah.
where if you're running an adventure in, let's say, the Forgotten Realms, and you want to also plug in our adventure into there, there's no problem with that because nothing is going to be specific enough to only belong in this setting or that setting. And it could be a one-off, like what you're talking about, where you all get together and we maybe even include some pre-generated characters that you can go to our website and download the character sheets and just print them off. And they're somehow connected to the adventure so that everyone knows their motivations and stuff. And then everything in the adventure module itself, there won't be any need for other materials because all of the monsters will be in the appendix of that adventure module. So it's a very self-contained sort of thing where you can have them as one-off sessions, or you can just incorporate it into your adventure. Like, let's say you're going on a Wilderland adventure where, okay, we're going from this city to that city. Along the way, you could plug in this adventure where they encounter, a troll horde, or they've got hobgoblins or gnolls or something like that. But it's more than just a little battle. It leads to some more intrigue, and like they've got to go rescue somebody, or they discover a cave with some interesting, something about it, magical. So, and there's always some kind of, it's essentially, they're great side quests, and they're a great way to add content to your existing campaign without having to have a ton of materials that is related to it because it's plug and play.
Right, right. So yeah, again, that just adds to me. That just adds to the versatility of what we're trying to offer everybody here. So, and like I said before, we would like to get your feedback on it. If you play these adventures, if you use these products, take videos of it. You can review our box, but we also like to get just feedback on the products in there. Do you have ideas for themes? Do you want to see something else? What other things can we talk to our vendors about that our subscribers want? So, and then of course in each crate we're also going to have marketing materials, so you'll be able to see all the information on each and every item in there, where you can find more items like that, where you can buy directly from the manufacturer or from the vendor themselves. And we do encourage that. If you like something, go and visit them, tell them that you found it in Dungeon Crate, and let them know that you liked it enough to go buy more stuff from you.
Yeah. One other thing that I'm really looking forward to is we want to be friendly local gaming store friendly. We want to make sure that the local gaming shop is a friend of Dungeon Crate, and that we can help them people know where locally they can get these items. So we're going to have an FLGS of the month in our crates. I don't know if we might not get that in our first crate, but eventually we want to start doing this to where if you're a local store or a shop that has the items from Dungeon Crate, or you would like to, or you're a local shop who enjoys the items in Dungeon Crate and wants to get in touch with these vendors, get a hold of us. Let us know. Shoot us an email, and we will be putting inserts in our Dungeon Crates to talk about, hey, where can you get these items locally? And we'll start a list of local gaming stores, because all of us have been gamers for years, and we all got started somewhere, whether it's like the local Dragon's Lair that we have in Omaha, Nebraska, the game shop. Everybody's been out to a store locally and enjoyed that experience, and we still enjoy that experience. So not everything that is going to be in a Dungeon Crate, it's just the tip of the iceberg as far as these vendors are concerned, and also, it could be a great thing for our vendors that we want to get them, into as many local stores as possible, as many gaming stores across the United States, across the world. So opening up those doors for vendors as well to get their items out there. So.
Exactly, and eventually we will have, like I said, a Dungeon Crate online store. Where we will have Dungeon Crate exclusive items, we will have our overstock items, and any other items that we can arrange to offer, as well as other previous crates, sampler crates, and I think possibly some grab bags, which would be fun. Some mystery grab bags, not necessarily a crate, but some mystery items that maybe we find on the street side or something like that. You never know what you're gonna get.
And
Because you never know what you're gonna get in a real dungeon. So you know, it could be good, or it could maybe, I don't know, turn you into a mouse or a rat or a pile of ooze.
what?
One of those cursed items. Oh, total side note on the pile of ooze thing. Let me show you something.
Yes.
Right.
I was at my friendly local gaming store recently, and Reaper Miniatures has put out a
Oh yeah.
gelatinous cube. And this thing is too cool for school. It comes apart in two pieces like this. I suppose you can glue it together, but it's got a cavity in there, so you can like put it on top of your player miniatures, and you can see them through it. Like, they're not inside of it. So anyway, crazy little side note.
Yeah, I gotta show you. I make gelatinous cubes out of this real thick acrylic. Cubes. Yeah, so my buddy gave it to me this morning, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I can do some of this, and I made these. And I'll have to show you. You can find it on my Etsy site. I have them, but it's cool because it's a 2-inch thick piece of acrylic, and in the Monster Manual it says that that a gelatinous cube is clear, completely clear, so it's almost invisible. So I've got this big clear thing, and I sand it down, and then I heat or flame polish it, so you can see right through it. It's really cool. It's really cool, and it's heavy. You can use it like a display piece. But everybody was always asking, well, can't you put a figure in there? Can't you? I'm like, no, you can't drill into it. It ruins it. But I'm like, this is a hungry gelatinous cube. This is one that's going to come out because it doesn't have anybody in it. It's a dungeon cleaner, so it's they look pretty cool.
Well, this one was pretty sweet because it is somewhat translucent.
Oh, nice.
So when and it comes apart. Like I said, you can probably glue it like there along the seams, but because of the cavity, you can just pop it right on top of whoever it fell onto.
Does it have a bottom?
It does have a bottom piece, and it's right here somewhere. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah,
it's not. I don't have it painted yet, but it's actually just some skeletons and some armor and
nice.
shields and stuff. So you can paint this, I'm sure, whatever you want. But and that fits perfectly into the bottom section here. But I'm just going to leave it open so that I can pop it on top of the characters, the other players. So I figured that would be the best way to use it for my purposes.
That's only if they catch it, or if it catches the players.
Well, it will.
It's a bit presumptuous, isn't it?
Yeah, I just like that ominous thing where they're walking around the dungeon and none of them says anything about like what's on the floor. They're just walking around, not realizing that there's a whole section that there's a totally clean path on the floor, and they're like, well, where does this go? And then they walk right down the hallway, and it's like, oh, it's a dead end. And then at the other end, 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet, like da-dun, 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 da-dun. And then they're all just freaking out because what can they do about it, So anyway, it's a fun thing. I mean, why not?
It'll catch us extremely slowly.
Yes. Well, but that's the thing. If you design the dungeon so that it's one long corridor that they got trapped down, it just keeps on coming at them, and it's 5 feet wide, so they're kind of screwed. Anyway, fun times.
A gelatinous death. Yes. So yeah, we are about ready to get some snow. I think, like we said before, I think we've addressed our issues on international shipping, and we've addressed our issues on the T-shirt and when we are shipping. And we'll hopefully have some shots of our packing day. We're gonna be filming that a little bit and talking to some people that are coming in, our Dungeoneers, you might say.
Yeah, look forward to that. We'll have a video up of our crate packing day, and everybody can check that out and have an inside look on how this all went together. So. Right.
And then Chris, I hope you come back on and join us, especially after the first crate goes out. We can talk about some more products, and like I said, we want to have some vendors on, and hopefully we can generate some people to come on and ask us some questions, and hopefully maybe we'll have you on again so that you can show me how to do this properly.
Yeah, of course. Anytime. Just hit me up anytime. No worries.
It looks like they can actually join in the conversation. If they click on the YouTube page, it looks like there's a little pop-out banner here from the Google Hangout. So they could click on that, but I would like to see if we can do it another another way. But yeah, I think we can do it like an hour and a half on each one. We'll make it work. I'd love to show you guys what our office looks like. I'm pretty excited about it. It's like a Mastercraft
we'll
building.
have to do a Google Hangout where we just like take our laptop, turn around, and just
Right.
it is. That's what it looks like, you know.
Yeah, we can give you the virtual tour, and then Chris, maybe you'll just have to fly out to Omaha.
Yeah, this year I'm going to be on a lot of different planes, going to a lot of different places I see, and
Really?
that's super cool. I can't wait to go to the Texas convention, the North Texas RPG convention. Every year I go to that, and you see everybody again. It's like camp, you know. Everyone's stoked, and we're all playing games together and stuff. And that's the one I look forward to the most. But I would like to go and see a few more places and go to a few more shows.
Oh yeah. We're looking forward to all the conventions we're going to be hitting up too. So, yay, dream job! Woohoo! Christmas every day. So, woohoo.
Yeah, well, we're ending this project, and it was really funny. Where I won't mention any names or anything like that, just to protect the identities of whoever. But it's funny how sometimes people will look at what we're doing and say, "Oh, that's neat. You're wasting your life," sort of attitude. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We're making money and we're having fun doing it, and like we're paying the bills and stuff. What's the problem here? And it's just really funny. I think that stand-up comedians get the same kind of attitude because their families are always like, "Are you ever going to get a real job?" Sort of thing. And you're like, "This is my real job. I put a lot of work into this, a lot of really hard work, and it's not just I sit around, typing out stories every day. It's like we actually have long, education, in order to get the abilities to do things like work with all the programs that we work with, like the whole Adobe suite, and learning about like marketing, and like I've been doing this 6 years, and it's funny that people will just dismiss what we're doing as oh, it's a hobby job, yeah, whatever. But in actual fact, like if you can make it your primary job, why wouldn't you? So,
right. People do, and that's it.
What we're trying to do what we love,
Right. And Bill, we're trying to make it so Bill can quit his day job and work for
someday.
Well, that's a fantastic goal. So go for it.
I think so. Yeah. I think so.
And I mean, we're definitely working hard. Every one of these crates is going to have our hands on it. We're going to be packing these things, and sure, we're going to have some help from family, friends, and lots of gamers that are here locally that want to hang out and eat free food. But,
we'll feed them.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it. And and it's again, our office is super cool. We get to game in it, we get to work in it, we get to do all that stuff. But
that's the other thing. I'm really looking forward to going to these conventions and meeting all these people who are going to be subscribers to our crates or are just learning about our crates, because it's going to be really exciting to see somebody's eyes light up when they find out, oh, this is that thing I've been looking for. A subscription crate with RPG gaming stuff, tabletop stuff, and just seeing them, realize, oh, okay, this is really happening. It's not, and it's focused on what I'm interested in, and all the stuff in there is stuff that I'm going to use. So that really gets me excited. So.
Yeah. Well, I think we've gone on about over an hour and a half. So
yeah,
let's do this. We are gonna try and do another one here. Well, probably. We'll see. I'm sure when we're going to schedule it. But if you guys have any questions on Dungeon Crate, please go to our website. Check that out. But you can email us again at info@dungeoncrate.com. You can also check us out on Facebook and Twitter and get a hold of us there. If you've got any questions, we'll totally answer everything you have out there. Go to our website because it's got all our vendors that we're working with currently. We've got links to all the sites up there, including Nord Games. Check them out. And, right, yeah. You guys have any last words? That sounds ominous, but.
I'll let Bill have the last words here, and I'll just say thanks everybody for supporting us. We love to be working in the gaming industry, and we wouldn't be able to do that without your support. And you keep on buying our products, and we'll keep on creating great products. shameless plug again. We have 72 minutes left on our Kickstarter. Go to kickstarter.com, type in Skullduggery or Ultimate NPCs or Nord Games, and you'll find it. So thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, and thank you. Just exactly. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you to everyone who is currently supporting us. Thank you to everyone who is going to support us, or even if you're just thinking about it and kind of on the fence, it'd be great to be able to have you on board and enjoying Dungeon Crate along with us. Yeah, just we're very appreciative, and feel free to reach out to us because I love talking to all of our subscribers, and it's super awesome. And go support Nord Games Kickstarter right now.
Quick, you only have 17 minutes left.
That's right.
No, it's 71. 71 minutes.
You
71.
got a little time.
Yeah.
71 minutes. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it.
Right on. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to hit the stop broadcast here. If you go ahead and you guys will be able to watch this on YouTube. So you guys hang on the line here. But we'll see you next time, probably here in just a few days. We'll see where we're at. If we're snowed in, we'll do it sooner. So signing off from the dungeon itself, Dungeon HQ, Satellite HQ, getting ready to get pounded by snow. My name is Wayne. We're with Bill and Chris. We'll see you next time.